Yo, what is going on, everybody? It is your boy Sonny here, coming at you guys with another Neverwinter video. By the title and thumbnail, you know why you clicked on. We are going to be discussing everything we know about Mod 21 and the new Sharandar. So here we go. Without further ado, let's just jump into the video. We actually have two different blogs posts that were posted. This one is a little bit older. This came out January 12th, and then the other one we're going to be looking at today came out January 15th. So this one actually just came out yesterday. So let's start off with the January 12th one. Here we go. Dev blog, Sharandar campaign, new and old. Our return to the land of Sharandar for all our new adventurers brings with it a new campaign, or should I say 3 new mini campaigns. Sharandar will release across 3 updates, each bringing a new adventuring area and associated campaign along with it. These will look a little different from our traditional campaign. While the weekly hauls is still a main part of the setup, the tasks resemble that of our Redeemed Citadel event, where you will fill a bar that unlocks the reward along the way. So let's kind of just break this down. As it says, it's not going to be released in one big module, I guess you can kind of say, but into 3 new mini campaigns. And it's going to be, as they said, like the Redeemed Citadel, where you contribute to the taskbar by just doing the task or the dungeons or whatever the requirements are. Let's go down a little bit further. Here we can see it's the same exact setup, pretty much. This looks like Astral Diamonds. We have a trade bars. I'm not sure what these would be entitled exactly. I can't really tell. They look like PowerPoints, but there are no more PowerPoints in the game. And then these two kind of look like some kind of fashion cloak. So yeah, not too bad. I mean, let me know in the comments what you guys think about this. Unfortunately, I really didn't get to participate in the Redeemed Citadel as much as I like to, so I really can't say for sure how well this progression bar did in those tasks. But I know, there was a lot of incentive for people to complete it and compete for top 10 or something to get or even top 100. I don't remember the exact number, where you can get the specific rewards for contributing. So hopefully that includes that as well. Let's continue on. These new zones require an item level of 40,000 to start their campaigns. However, there will be an event running for the first 2 weeks from launch that turns the requirement off. As long as you complete the intro mission during that time, you will not only retain access to the content if below 40,000, but you will also be scaled up to 40,000 item level when in those zones, my apologies. So to make sure to check it out when it goes live. So pretty much saying you can instantly go over there for the first 2 weeks of the launch. Now my suggestion would be to, I guess, go over there. I'm not sure what the requirement is if you have to fight people, but even if you're scaled up, that doesn't necessarily mean you're gonna do enough damage to defeat the enemies. But we'll see how that goes, and with the changes to the scaling and everything. So hopefully it's a little bit more balanced. Old Sharandar. So here we go. Let's see. With our revisit to the old Sharandar, the old campaign and zones will be going away. So of course, no more old Sharandar. It's going to be, so if you have anything left, maybe take a couple pictures there. Do what you gotta do, because it is just going to be completely done with. The boons from the old Sharandar are included in the new campaign. So pretty much for this, my apologies, I just smacked my mic. So pretty much with this new campaign, or new mod, I should say, there's not going to be new boons. It is just the old previous boons, but just introduced into the new campaign. Let's continue. The boon task in the new campaign lineup with the old boon order. If you receive the first 2 boons from old Sharandar, but not the third through fifth, then the first 2 boon tasks in the new Sharandar will award 1 boon point, and the 3rd, 4th, and 5th tasks will award 2 boon points. So not too shabby. Oh, that's what that might be. Boon points, maybe. I'm not sure. Where was I? Boop, boop, boop. Right here. Old Sharandar currency will be listed in new obsolete category in riches and tags, and will be highlighted red. It will be able to be exchanged at the Antiquities Scholar and Protector's Enclave. Let me see. Do I know where he's like? Right in the pub, I'm gonna assume, with all the seal vendors, if I remember correctly. I think that's where he's at. but I could be wrong. Leave a comment down below if you know exactly where he's located for people out there. But I think he's around that general vicinity where you buy your stuff from the seals. And here we go. The campaign keys for Malabog's Castle and Master of the Hunt have moved to the Wondrous Bazaar for 2500 AD and remain once a day purchase. So pretty much, if you can make these keys, you know, save yourself a little bit of AD. 2500 isn't a crazy amount, but at the same time, you can only buy once a day, and it just saves you from buying some AD. Because I think now you can just craft the keys using gold and the campaign currencies. And pretty much the old campaign currencies are going to be completely obsolete. So another question is, should you finish the old Sharandar first? Now, in my intention, I plan to. I'm not sure what exactly the new one entitles so far. So we know for sure that the old campaign currencies are going to be obsolete. So, you know, if you're in progress of getting some of your boons done, you might want to try and finish them off, because after that, you're going to have to restart on your boon progression. So it just depends, I guess, where you're at. If you haven't started Sharandar, I would say maybe go over there just to kind of see what it's about, because guys, this is pretty big. I mean, there's going to be no more old Sharandar, and Sharandar has been in the game for quite some time now, and it has been a pretty, you know, solid zone. Don't get me wrong, back in the day, people used to farm, what was it, with the Fey blessings and stuff like that, so rank 5, so it wasn't just a complete, you know, just a completely, like some of the older previous zones where you just don't even visit. Sharandar is definitely one that you go back. We hope you enjoy our return to Sharandar and our new adventures that await. So pretty much this one is telling us a little bit of the breakdown, just kind of a quick overhaul. As we can see, the new boon, or the new strategy to how this point system is going to rework, similar to the Redeemed Citadel. And pretty much that our old campaign currencies are going to be obsolete. So just kind of giving us a little heads up to let you guys know, and to let us know as a community, I guess, as a whole, to be prepared. I mean, you know, old Sharandar is just poof, like magic. Now we do have one more developer post. Now this one I think is more just kind of the history into the depths of the old Sharandar, and kind of where these turns of events kind of take place. So this is going to be interesting because, you know, I guess they're going to see how well this does and what the community thinks, because, I mean, they could take this now and do, you know, Dread Ring and Wall of the Dragons, and just take any old content and pretty much just revitalize it with this new way. And I kind of, it's not out yet, but I do appreciate that it's not just going to be copied and repasted. It's actually literally going to be a whole new map, a whole new zone with some new kind of aesthetically feel to it. I mean, you could see in the backgrounds of these pictures, I mean, it looks pretty beautiful in my eyes, and I can just imagine on some of the new consoles how crazy it could look. But let's go ahead and read into this. The bridge between planes that once joined the Fey Wild to Fair Run, the Fey Crossing, has been recently severed, blocking passage. Tidings from adventurers returning to Neverwinter speak of an unsettling feeling within Sharandar, as an air of unease has settled upon the Feywild. Elven patrols into the wild say something watches from the shadows. The peaceful calm that arrived in the wake of Malabog's defeat has ended, and the Illibrium elves began to whisper of sleepless malice spreading throughout the land. Illibrium now suffer occasional twisted visions that come to them as they waken nightmares. So pretty much just telling us that, you know, this is yeah, I mean, I'm not even going to sit here and pretend like I'm a lore expert in Neverwinter. I'm really not. But it's always good to get a little bit of background on the story. I think it just brings more depth to it as well, if you know why everything that's transgressing is there for that specific reason. But let's continue. In the midst of these three wretched hags drawn to Sharandar have quietly snuck into separate neighborhoods and claim each as their own. These neighborhoods will visually change with each period and step up with the evolution of the story as the new gameplay activities become available. So before we venture any further, they're going to still have the 3-door domain as previous as Sharandar does have now. Each witch, or each hag as it says, pick the borough, I guess, of each door. And as the progression of the, you know, module goes on, we will become more activities. So this is pretty cool. I'm going to see, I think this will be a good change. I do like the kind of more spread out content, in my opinion, more than just kind of getting all the content at once and then, you know, being able to just rush through it. It definitely gives it more enjoyability, more come back. You know what I mean? Because now you have a reason to come back, maybe, you know, in 2 or 3 weeks, even if you burn through the first set in a relatively quick amount of time. Let's continue. Spurned by years of Sauron, scorn from the few courts, this coven of hags conceived a court and secret to challenge and dismantle the seelie and unseelie, working from deep inside the rotten core of Sharandar. The Abdicius court conspired to gather the remnants of Malabog's minions and others long ignored or deemed not worthy of either Fey court to take part in the awakening. Tricked into service by the hags, creatures such as Formans, Redcaps, Grongs, and Dryads all work tirelessly to undermine the Fae and bring about these sufferings. While the Coven work to dismantle the courts of Fae, each hag plots to undermine the others in hopes of reaching the arcane reserves first and harvesting the powerful magic energies captured there. The purifying pool that feeds the arcane reserve with the magic drained from Fae dark crystals overflows with the arcane energy. Thanks to its part to adventurers submerging crystals within the pool for many years, which hag can tap into the dangerously overflowing magic within the arcane reserve, will obtain enough power to contest the mightiest of the Archfey. Woof. In Neverwinter, Sharandar players return to Sharandar to investigate the unexplained course of Fae crossings and the slain elves found in old Sharandar. What is the new evil? How will adventurers reconnect with Marissa, Winterwhite, and the Librium? Will the Fae crossing remain severed forever? Wow, that was quite a bit. I'm not gonna lie, my mouth is pretty dry, but let's just go ahead and finish up this video. That was quite a bit. I really enjoyed this, the backstory with this one. I'm not gonna lie, I haven't really done this before and kind of got the lore aspect, but this is pretty cool. So for as far as we know, thank you, sweetie. You're silly. But as far as we know, it's going to be the same creatures, maybe a couple new ones. We can tell in this picture right here, these are some really nice artworks. So I do give kudos to here. This almost kind of reminds me of The Hobbit, Lord of the Rings style. I mean, you got Gandalf in the background. Don't think I don't see you, Neverwinter. But yeah, guys, let me know if you're excited for Mod 21. And like I said, in my opinion, if you haven't played Old Sharandar, just play it just for nostalgic sake, just to say you can play, because let me tell you something. I never got to play the old Castle Never, and I regret it to this day because, you know, I don't know if it will ever come back. So we may never see Old Sharandar again. So you might as well say, hey, at least I participated in it. But as always, guys, it has been your boy Sonny, and I will check y'all on the next adventure. Peace out.